Yo, welcome back. Hanging out with my guy Ryan. We're actually matching today too. We ran into each other in the parking lot, and you hollered at me, "Nice shirt." So, rocking.
It's a fantastic shirt.
Yeah. Cadillac Racing, baby. They're gonna the newest team in F1. So,
Oh, are they?
yeah, like next year they're
Okay.
gonna join F1. They have like a bunch of JB. The beginning of June, he sent me like it's either like Indeed or LinkedIn or something like that. They like posted like 1,000 jobs or like 100 some jobs for Cadillac Racing, like their F1 team. Like they're basically like like building it from the ground up essentially. So like all the
So they're gonna suck, basically.
not necessarily. I mean, like they're like building like their whole like digital like social media team and all that, like the brand marketing and stuff like that. Like, it's all of that other aspects. Not I'm sure like. I'm sure like the fact that they're Cadillac, they already have like the mechanics and engineers and stuff like that in house to like help kind of manufacture and like build the engines and the cars that they're going to be racing with. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting nonetheless. But yeah, sick shirt.
Yeah,
it
we
for
got
free.
a nice free shirt at the Grand Prix. Like, what was that? It's a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, over a month ago now. As like you kind of look at the calendar, pretty crazy. But
Feels like it was like yesterday, though.
yeah, it feels like it's been a couple weeks for sure. I mean, I don't know. I've had a busy like last few weeks for me, but it definitely does like seem like it was pretty recent. And I don't know. I wish it was back. I like definitely would love to go to another race here soon. I'm kind of bummed that there's not as much happening around here. Like end of July, maybe could go to Indianapolis, but that'd be like really pushing it to go to the Brickyard 400. But I mean, either way, it's still a fun track to go
It's a
check
cool race,
out.
though.
Yeah,
I like how they like kiss the bricks afterwards.
yeah. It's fun, man. It's a crown jewel. It's where like the end of the NASCAR in-season tournament's gonna like crown its winner. Somebody's
They have
gonna.
an in-season tournament now.
Yeah, they just started this year. It's pretty sick. Basically like, it's not even everybody. It's the top 32 drivers. Right now, like based on like their position, like their finishes
rankings or
and the
something.
last few races, and basically it's like 32 drivers, like the 1 seed and the 32 seed, and it's just whoever finishes better moves on, and it's just simply like head to head seeded
Yeah.
like that. There was a ton of upsets because there was a couple of big wrecks that took out a lot of the field. We talked about this on Fast and Loose a little bit yesterday. We didn't really get into the tournament as much because we had a lot to cover, but yeah, like over the next 3 races, it'll be like to get to the final 2, and then the championship race or whatever
Yeah.
is the Brickyard 400. So,
Okay.
So yeah.
I did not know that there was an in-season tournament going on with NASCAR, but that it seems like they have because I watched it when I was a little kid, but it seems like over the years that they kind of have advanced the racing a little bit, advancing their game, because isn't there like points now? Like there's stages of the race where you get points.
Yeah, so there
Okay.
always have been points, like the way.
Well, yeah, but now there's like the stages, right? And there's like a playoff.
Yeah, they've added stages to the race, which more or less like adds to the excitement of the race. Like instead of like it being a 500-mile race, and you're not, cars are really just kind of like pacing with the pack or whatever for the first couple 100 miles. There's really no incentive to like push it. But
Yeah.
now that you have stage points, playoff, like that like factor into playoff points, stuff like that, it kind of like keeps the action
Yeah, absolutely.
going throughout the whole race. Which from a fan's perspective, like at first I did not like the stages. They've grown on me. They've definitely created some more
Definitely not
exciting
the
racing.
traditional racing.
Yeah, they definitely made it more exciting.
Question for you too.
Yeah.
Is in each stage, so like 1, 2, because there's 4 stages, right?
Usually there's only 3, but there is like one race of the year where they do 4.
Does each stage, do the points get bigger as it goes on? Like
I
if
don't
you-
think so. I think
No?
it's the same. Like
okay.
as far as I know, and I'm pretty sure this is correct, but I might be mixing it up a thing or two. It's only the top 10 that gets stage points, and it's like,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
like reverse descending order. So first place is 10 points,
Yeah,
and 10th place is only 1 point.
So it's kind of like F1 in the way where only the top 10 get points.
yeah, more
Okay.
or less in that way.
Gotcha.
You also get points for other things too, like fastest lap or I think like leading the laps. But for the most part, yeah, like that's like how you predominantly get the points and stuff like
So
that.
then
Like
what's-
winning the stage, I think gets you an extra bonus, or I think it might get you like there might be like a separate category that like allots towards your playoff points.
So what's the incentive then for winning the overall race.
Well, if you like say you could say like you won every stage of every race all year, but you never won the actual race. In theory, you could still miss the playoff.
Jeez.
Because like if there's enough unique race winners,
Mm-hmm.
a race win automatically locks you into the playoff. There's only
Oh.
16 playoff spots. So
Oh,
if say
okay.
there's like 17 race winners, well there's going to be that tiebreaker based on points and stuff like that.
Mm,
But
okay.
say there's 15 different race winners, last race before the year, and you have we'll say crazy. You have a 2,000 point lead above the cut line over the next person with the next most points. But say the guy who has like the least points ends up winning the race because there was a couple cautions and crazy shit happened.
Yeah.
That dude's going to the playoffs and you're not.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's just how it works.
That's
Like
crazy.
it really incentivizes you to win. And like JB and I have been talking about this for a couple weeks, and they were really starting to get on. Like we talked about it leading into Mexico, how this could like get really really interesting, and the shit happened in Mexico that we thought might happen, and we were like kind of eyeing a couple different drivers who were right on that cut line of like had a lot of points,
Yeah.
but didn't have any wins, and they were like, like I said, they could just end up missing the playoff, and we've had two of those 5 drivers win in the last 2 weeks, so
Okay.
it's been pretty interesting. It's been very exciting. There's been
What-
some really good racing.
Wow, I learned a lot about NASCAR today. I didn't know all these extra fun
Yeah,
things.
this almost feels like an extension of Fast and Loose. I feel a little dirty
Yeah.
doing it without JB, but yeah, you know what? We'll transition a little bit because I watched a movie last night on the request of one Darren McCarty.
Okay. A little
I-
nervous.
Oh, I no need to. We were. I was talking to Neil and D-Mac, telling them about. I don't know if I told you this or not. My friend's birthday was over the weekend,
No.
and they had some people over. They had a magician at their house. They did a magic show, and it was really really cool. And I was telling the guys about it, and they were asking me about it. And D-Mac asked me if I'd ever seen the movie The Illusionist. And I
I've never
said
heard of
no. I had not wasn't too familiar. I told him no though. I heard like I love The Prestige. Fantastic. I highly recommend that movie. It gets my highest recommendations.
it. Okay.
I love it so much. I actually own the movie, so I can watch it anytime. Like it's downloaded on my phone.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
so-
Okay.
like I have 2 movies I own: Citizen Kane and The
Oh,
Prestige.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
I remember that one in
101.
yeah, BCA 101.
Yeah.
Well, now it would be MCA 101, but yeah, I remember that movie.
Was it MCA now? Is it like
yeah,
media?
it's Media Cinematic Arts now.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, it's really really good. I told him like I watched all these different like analysis, like breakdowns, like all these different things about The Prestige because it's just so fascinating to me, and I've watched it 1,000 times, and I kind of like heard it compared to The Illusionist, which came out around the same time. And they just like, yeah, it just doesn't even hold a fucking candle to it. And I watched the two, and they're not like they are both movies about magic, but they're not really the same. Like The Prestige is all about like, the first act is the pledge, and then you have the turn, and then the prestige. Or like I might be mixing up the second part, which is fucked up because I've seen the movie so much, but. Either way, it's like breaks down like the
Some
3
expert.
acts, yeah, of a magic trick, and like they kind of like more or less like not like decode stuff, but like as they're doing stuff, you kind of it's like these 2 dudes who are like feuding back and forth, and you kind of like slowly things kind of like get revealed to like as you like figure stuff out as like they each have each other's diaries at different times, so like they're like like it's like weird, they're like reading each other's like thoughts like
Yeah.
of like them it's like I'm looking at you looking at me like
Mhm.
it's really funny or it's interesting and I love it. Illusionist, it's much more like in like this like I don't want to say like supernatural realm, but it definitely just feels like more in like the magic realm of like there's some stuff they don't really go into like explaining as much, and like there's some stuff that's like really cool. Like he definitely like pulls out some incredible illusions and like sets it up. I found it much more predictable, like, and maybe that's like biased because I was going into it expecting something, but I don't know, like also like I don't know if you remember, like in 101, they're like, this class is gonna ruin movie watching.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like always on the lookout for shit. The Prestige caught me off guard. Like, and I don't want to like here. I'm like, although it's gonna sound like I'm sucking my own dick. I did like the first time I watched.
Didn't know that was possible.
Have you ever heard of Marilyn Manson?
No.
Yeah. Well, either way, I was watching Inception. My old roommate, is one of his favorite movies, Inception. And we were watching it. He's like, yeah, like he always just kept talking about like the crazy twist at the end and the crazy twist at the end. And we were watching it, and I kind of like, as we were getting towards the end, I kind of like would ask a few questions, and like he wouldn't want to spoil it, but like we kind of get to the end, and I wasn't like, I didn't exactly guess it, but I was kind of like, I could kind of see where things were going, and I don't like, and I just felt like that's just from that class too. Like it kind of helped us like keep an eye out. I don't have like this
Who
incredible.
was your professor?
Corbett.
Corbett?
Did you have him?
Yeah,
I loved him.
Corbett's still there. His exams were the easiest thing ever.
I thought I liked his class. I loved him as a professor. Everybody else talked about how what a dick he was. I thought he was the most fair person in the world.
Yeah, I thought he graded the papers a little harshly, but then...
That was his TA.
Oh.
He didn't fucking read those.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
know.
know.
That hurts me a little bit then, because I didn't like Corbett because he graded my papers harshly.
I mean, he might have. Our TA like did all of that. So like, I think his name was like Patrick. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Corbett didn't read our papers. It was all Patrick, and he would just be like, yeah, like.
I don't think my TA's name was Patrick. I don't think.
I'd be surprised if it was the same guy, but yeah.
But I don't know. Wow. I feel bad for hating on him for 4 years.
I loved how he was just like, look, don't ask me for this, don't ask me for that. I'm always going to tell you no. And the bottom line is I can't say yes to everybody, so I say no to everybody because that is fairness. And I was like,
fair enough. That's a valid way to put it.
Fuck yeah. Snaps to you. I was like, I rock with that. I actually fucking quote that in times, bro. Like when I'm doing shit for work and like people are like, come on. I'm like, look, we can't say yes to everybody, so we have to say no to everybody. That's just,
That's a good.
And then usually they're like, well, I get that, It's like, I treat it,
Can you not snap? Oh yeah, I was just curious there. That's all.
Yeah.
Cause she was like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like the motion is enough. Like, I don't feel like I need to like, I have to like really like snap my finger. Like it's aggressive. It feels like, I feel like I'm cracking my knuckle almost.
I don't have to be super aggressive.
And I have soft, dainty hands. Like this is my jerk hand, so it's extra soft. I'm just kidding.
The left too.
Yeah, bro. You ever seen Of Mice and Men? Or you ever read the book?
I've read the book.
Old Curly with the glove on his hand, all with full of Vaseline to keep it soft. That's the chill.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm gonna feed the the rabbits. I'll tend to the rabbits.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, Gary Sinus and John Malkovich.
Yeah. I forgot. I'm surprised you know all the names. I remember like how it happens, but and then he like kills a dog. Was it a dog or a rabbit?
It was a puppy. Yes.
Puppy. Yeah, just kills in his hand.
But he doesn't mean to. He's just like.
Yeah, he's just like overly strong and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and I think like, and he just accidentally like breaks its neck,
And then
does the same thing with the dude's wife.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because that's what gets him in the trouble. I thought he killed a person.
Yeah, it's like Curly's wife, the little slut running around the ranch in the dress and shit.
Yeah, because didn't they have like an affair or something?
I think she was interested. Like I don't know if I don't know if they ever like. I don't think she fucked the guy. You know what I mean? But like, definitely was like like noticed he was
attempting, interested.
I think she noticed his drooling and didn't realize that this guy just drools in general, and he's not just drooling at me. And,
what a turn on!
And
you should go up to a bar and just start drooling at a chick and see what happens.
I'm pretty sure he is petting her hair or something like that. It's like really soft.
And then it gets stuck.
And no, I think she like gets scared and he it might get stuck. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, it's like he ends up like breaking her neck and shit, and then they end up like running off, and they're getting hunted down, and it's like I can either kill you myself in a more merciful manner, or I don't know if they can see it or not, but they work at Roast. They're always really friendly.
Soon we're gonna see JB walking by.
Yeah, we'll see him soon, hopefully. But Yeah, and or it's like we can turn you into these people and they'll like hang you and probably beat the shit out of you and shit like that and like abuse you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, hey Lenny, why don't you just think about the rabbits? All right, George.
Today on the Chase Lounge, we talk about outdated books, outdated childhood books.
Again, I didn't even do the intro. I didn't do an intro. I just like you just like did the intro right there. We're like, I don't know how deep into this we are, but yeah, I just always forget that. I just do like yo. And I do like this is episode whatever 37, so that's all we
We
get.
talk about outdated books we read in high school, middle school that no one probably cares about anymore.
You want to hear a fact? I don't know if you want to call it a fun fact or not, but I did not read any assigned literature in high school except for Beowulf. We read that in class.
So you never read any? How'd you get your assignments done? Just cheated off someone? It's that Jackson Community School District's education,
no,
right?
I didn't
Education.
cheat. So it was just called teamwork. Okay, in 10th grade. I think it was either freshman year or 10th grade. We read a few different books, and we'd get these like thick packets we'd have to fill out, which like would have like chapter analysis with all these questions and stuff, and then like character analysis, plot analysis. So, and each like we'd have assigned chapters and stuff like that. Each day we'd come into class and we'd go through the packets, and the teacher would ask us questions like, "Is there any questions that you guys weren't able to figure out?" And she'd basically go through almost all of them.
Okay.
But she would.
W teacher.
But it wouldn't
W
be. It wouldn't
teacher.
be like everybody could like be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna keep like, what's the first one? What's the second one?" No, it'd be like, you'd have to like the class eventually figured it out where it's like we all have to like
system.
we'll like we randomly sporadically go over all the numbers, and like each person kind of asks like one or two.
I love that.
There's
That's
also
awesome.
a girl on the cross
That's
country.
so awesome.
Yeah, there's also a girl on the cross country team who would do the readings because she was a nerd, and we sat together at the table, and like I said, we were teammates, so we worked together, and we kind of made this agreement where she would kind of feed me some of the chapter questions, and I would just do all of like the character analysis for the book, because you can go look all that shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
SparkNotes was like the king in like 10th and 11th grade.
It's about the principle, Chase. It's about the principle of doing your work, honest work, and getting it done.
At the ends justify the means. Like, they don't ask how, they ask how many. You know?
As long as you get your paper.
Yeah.
And CMU wasn't asking you about any of your assigned literature.
I mean, I didn't really read any of my textbooks in college either. I didn't really buy the textbooks. Like, there's no point. If you go to class and you participate, especially, but like just going to class, like you go over everything you need to read. So you like do one or the other. And if you're just gonna read the shit, don't even go to college. Just Goodwill Hunting, like you just gotta you spent $150 on education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library. It's like,
I never read any of the textbooks. Outside of one class, it was a religion class, and you
had to read the Bible.
No. It was like Native American and African American stuff, and I was like, I just like didn't, because it was all like 10 every week. There's like a 10-question quiz, and I'd go to class, I'd do all these notes, and like the first time I was like, I don't know anything on this quiz, and I was like, I should probably start reading a little bit, and then I would read the book, and then all the answers were just like as I was reading, and then I just stopped going to class, and then just showed up on the quiz day. So all I did was show up. After like 2 weeks, I was like, I'm gonna start reading, and then after like my first 2 quizzes where I knew I just got it all straight from the book, I didn't go to class unless it was quiz day or an exam day. That was about it. Or review day. That was really about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no point. It's like, it's just...
Yeah, and it's a 10 o'clock class on a Tuesday and Thursday. Who wants to do that? Especially when you go out drinking the day before on a Wednesday. Come on.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but I don't know, 10 o'clock's not bad to me. I'm up early every day, so
this was freshman me. So I didn't really wake up early. I still hated.
Oh no, hey,
I still hated it.
No hate. I was my fattest, my laziest, biggest piece of shit years of ever at CMU.
The freshman year, the freshman
my
15
whole
gotcha?
time at CMU. My whole time at CMU, like,
That's also when I was my laziest and fattest as well. Maybe that's just like in the universe, like that's just how college freshmen are. They're just fat and lazy.
I was fat till I graduated. I was fat till almost 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
Like, I was still fat when I moved to Detroit.
I slimmed down towards the end of my freshman year, and then I started working in pools, and then
Yeah, I know
and then
you fucked it up.
and
You
then
didn't fuck the lady.
no, and then all I did was drink water, so I didn't even like eat anything during those days. So I was straight
Hot girl
anorexic.
summer, bro. Just you know what my diet's been since June?
What?
Newports, vodka.
That's
I
it.
drink, and I smoke. I smoke when I'm hungry, fills up the appetite, and then when I actually need something in my body, I just drink. I'm just kidding. I don't actually do that.
I don't think that's healthy.
No, I've been making that joke for like a couple of months now. It's like hot girl summer because I switched to vodka water. That's my drink at the bar.
Vodka water.
Yeah, like I was out with my old boss, and we were talking. She ordered vodka water, and she brought her own Mio to the bar and like flavored it herself. And I was like, that's cool. She's like, yeah, it's really cool. Good idea. And then she's like, that's how her and her lost all that weight. And I was like, oh shit, really? Like, I thought they were going to the gym and stuff all the time. They're like, no, they just didn't eat and just got drunk all the time.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, like they also like rip their Nick stick all the time. So the equivalent of just like.
So, do you think like that's like a secret diet or diet hack? Like, you still get the flavor, you're still hydrating yourself with water, and you're not paying for. You're just paying for the vodka. You're not paying for the lemonade. You're not paying for the pop. You're not paying for any.
Well, they
of that
don't really
mixed
charge
stuff.
for the mixture shit,
But so you're just
it's more about like the calories than
and
anything.
Vodka doesn't have a ton, does it?
No.
Man,
It's
so
like-
that's a diet. I'm gonna have to try that.
No, yeah, it's like what I'm saying. Like it's like you go out, you can get drunk, and you can also kind of somewhat stay hydrated. Not really, but you can feel like you are. And also too, like it's like you could go have like 12 beers. How many calories? Is that? How many carbs? Like you're like
That's
same thing with like
at least 12.
same thing with like a tequila sunrise or like a dirty Shirley was used to be my flavor, and all that grenadine is really
Didn't
what
know you were
eats you
chick.
up. Yeah, I mean I own it, dude. I don't give a shit.
Fair.
I rock it. Yeah. Go up to the bar. Let me get a dirty Shirley. Like sometimes you get a look and it's like, yeah. And I don't even fucking
Or
phase.
an espresso martini.
Never had one.
I've had a sip because my mom ordered it at a restaurant we were at. I'm like, isn't that just coffee? And she's like, no, it's alcohol. And I took a sip of it, and it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, definitely a couple months down the line, I'm gonna be like, I would like an espresso martini, and there's gonna be some girls at the bar be like, oh my god, that's disgusting. I'm gonna be like,
Girls love it, bro. 3 Bean Gang. Are you kidding me? You girls love espresso.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Do
Yeah.
they?
That's a major chick drink.
Maybe that's how it'll spark conversation. Maybe that's a way to spark conversations at
Yeah.
the bar.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're not gonna get any like girls being like, oh my god. Yeah. They're gonna be like, they're gonna come up. Oh my god. You drink espresso martinis too? Like,
Wow, this might be a new dating hack.
yeah.
Just order chick drinks at the bar, and then the chicks will be like, "Wow, you drink the same thing I drink," and then, bam.
Yeah, but then like you'll also like run into those chicks who are just like sitting there with like a bottle of beer, and it's like,
That's still valid.
and then
though.
it's like, damn, like she's got a bigger dick than I do.
And she also has like a jean jacket on and a flannel and.
Not necessarily, bro. Like,
I know.
you know, but I don't know.
I feel
What kind of? I'm curious, Ryan. You're at the bar. You see a lady. She suits your fancy. You want to go say what's up to her. Describe this woman. What's she like?
What's she like? Like
Yeah.
as a person, or what does she look like?
What is she like? That is. You answer that question. What is she like?
What does she like as a drink? Like drink?
So you're at the bar, you see this girl, you like her, she suits your fancy, you want to approach her. All right? What is this girl like that you want to go see? That you want to go, you know?
Explore.
Yes.
Let's see. Blonde or brunette, don't really care. Good skin. Good clean skin. I don't know. I mean, as long as they're thick in some areas, that's fine. Not too fat. Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure that no fat shaming, but I'm just saying. If height matters, weight matters.
This is what you like, Ryan. There's no right or wrong.
Blonde, brunette. I'd say nice eyes. Eyes are very important. Eyes are very important. And overall, just like dress nice. Like I'm not even saying like in a dress or like the most extravagant outfit, but like jeans, like a shirt kind of like this. Definitely not a hat. But yeah, like that. I would say blonde or brunette, nice eyes, thick in the right spots, and just dress nicely. That's what I would go with.
Oh my God, Jamie!
Oh, did she?
Get up here!
Oh, that's hilarious.
God, why did we wait till July to come out? Like last month, a couple days ago was our month. It looks like.
That's hilarious.
Complete.
I was dying laughing when I was walking out.
I thought you just heard him.
We're in the same shirt.
Completely unplanned. I really pulled out another shirt, and then I was like, I don't really want to wear that. I like just thumbing through my my dresser, and I like peeled up. It was at the bottom of the drawer, and I was like, fuck it, I haven't worn this in a couple weeks.
Just so you
I
know,
felt the exact same way too.
Abdul, he's one of the cashiers at the Speedway over there. I wore this shirt like the last time I wore it, and he's like, dude, I have the same shirt from the Grand Prix too. And be like, we need to get Abdul on here from the Speedway, and then all four of us can wear the Cadillac Racing T-shirts.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick, bro. I want to get one of the guys from Roast over here, the long hair dude with the like the blonde hair guy.
Guy who looks like Anzalone.
Sure, yeah. Ethan, his name's Ethan. He's a big Nathan for you guy, a Nathan Fielder. Yeah, shout out Ethan. But yeah, JB Ryan's going through. We were talking about like being at the bar and
girls I would approach at the bar. What they look like.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's recap what you said already, Ryan.
Blonde or brunette. Don't really have a preference. Thick in the right areas.
And then what did you follow that up with?
Nice eyes.
No. You said something else.
Skin. Good skin.
Another thing too. I'm looking for like a specific thing you said after thinking all the right areas. It was a caveat. It was almost like in parentheses. Like
Think in the right areas, parentheses, where those areas are.
No. He said like he quantified. What'd you say, Ryan?
If height matters, weight matters. Height matters in a guy, weight matters in a chick. You gotta admit that.
I mean, that's fair, but not all women are like that.
Right, it's true.
That's why you go on TikTok and then the guy brings a scale, because he goes, I'll ask the girls, does height matter, and then he'll just throw the scale out because
I've seen that video. Like,
thick in the right areas, nice eyes, and just presentable.
Yeah. He said jeans. He said a t-shirt, most likely, like casually dressed, comfortable.
Like, I'm not looking for dressed like to a wedding or something. Nah, just casually presented. And the moment that chick says she's an Ohio State fan, see ya. Never talking to you again.
Yeah.
That's the cutoff. Ohio State.
If I see that, oh God, she's gone. She's for the streets.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair. Keep the standards, you know.
What do you order? What do you order at the bar, JB?
It's like a regular order, or like food, or we talking
Drink.
just drinks. Oh, just beer. Beer usually most of the time.
What kind of beer?
Coors, Bud Light. Well, first, actually, I asked if there's any specials. So if I can get something for cheaper, that'd be awesome. Like bucket, like
smart guy,
4-8
smart
beer.
guy.
Yeah.
Well, say whatever your preferred beer is on the special. What's that beer?
Oh, it's Coors Light.
Okay.
100% Coors Light. If not,
Valid.
I will accept like Heineken, Corona. If I'm getting like, it's a special night. Other than that, that's about it. When I was younger, I used to take shots, so that was those shots of Jaeger.
Then
Oh,
bad
Jaeger?
things happen. Bad things happen when you take
What
shots.
else did you take shots of, JB?
Jaeger, we used to do straight vodka or Patron if it was my birthday. I got a whole bottle of Patron to myself for my birthday, and like I would go back and forth from like upstairs to downstairs taking shots because I didn't want anyone downstairs taking shots out of my bottle. So like I kept it upstairs in the freezer, and I would only go up there like every other hour to like take a shot.
Drinking responsibly every other hour.
This man JB was not us at O'Kelly's in Mount Pleasant or the Blackstone, the Bird. We're just taking shots.
All right, now I will admit, if it's like a special thing, we're just like going out, like day drinking, some shit like that, because like there's the 90s bar crawl out in Royal Oak. Like, yeah, I'm just going all out. Like, what do you got on special? What shots you got? And then I'm just drinking whatever.
I'm not a huge drinker. Like, I don't really go balls to the wall that often. However, there are a few occasions where I'm just like, fuck it. And the last time I really threw like caution to the wind was our senior bar crawl. We went out to Beale City Tavern, BCT, way out in the sticks. And then I think
I know where Beale City is.
Yep, and then we went to the Bird, and then Marty's.
Greatest bar of all time.
We went to the Bird, then Marty's, and I think
I have no idea where these bars are.
I think I died after Marty's.
Middle of nowhere.
We'll take you, JB.
Yeah, JB, we're
gonna take it.
We're gonna take you. We're gonna post on social media.
We're gonna load up in the
taking
van.
JB to Mount Pleasant.
We're gonna load up in the van and just like have a weekend away.
But we're gonna pull up to your place in a van, and we're just gonna throw you in the van.
It's gonna be it's gonna be like that scene in Old School where it's like, if you call the police, we'll kill you. Like, I'm just kidding. We'll have him back by dinner. Like,
my boy Blue.
And then like we'll be grabbing some of the groceries because you and Jamie will just be getting back from the store.
That's my boy Blue.
But yeah. I don't remember. I think I died after Marty's. But no, we went to BCT after the Bird. I called my sister. I was 2 burgers, 9 Jaeger bombs, and 4 mini beers deep. After the second bar.
Jesus.
Went to Marty's.
You gotta remember your senior bar crawl, man. You're probably gone within like 2 hours.
I do remember it. It's just how I'm able to recant these numbers and such. I do remember it because I remember going to Marty's.
Did you like tally it?
Nah,
that would be funny.
You
know, your arm like, yep.
I don't know. Like the only time I really have like blacked out was when I got jumped and got a concussion, and I didn't even drink. I was just like concussed so bad I truly didn't remember like what happened, and that's a different story for a different day. But I think I told you a little bit about that. You did. But yeah, I like to know what's going on around me. Like I used to take mushrooms and not tell anybody, and just see how long it could last. Like
social experiment.
Yeah,
trying mushrooms at the bar.
And I would do this.
Living on a wild
I wouldn't do it at the bar. I'd do it at the house. But like we'd have people over and stuff like that, like hanging out. Like it's just a guys' night, and the boys are chilling and shit. So I'd just be like, all right, let me have some fun. I might tell one person just as like a precaution, but then like as the night goes on, I'll kind of be like, hey, I'm on mushrooms, by the way, and they're like, oh no shit. They're like
I think if your friends just find out, they'd be like, dude, hell yeah, and that'd be it.
Yeah, no, it's like no one's ever like cares.
Oh my god, you're on mushrooms right now?
No, it's always fun like trying to like act normal, and I do the same thing with alcohol. Is like how sober can I pretend to be, getting as fucked up as possible, and also like I don't like being an obnoxious drunk. But I got too drunk, and I could tell. I took the last Jaeger shot. I think it was like number 12 at the Marty's, and I quietly excused myself. I
got stopped by a lady cop.
But yeah, I quietly excused myself. I walked out front, and then
she comes in the lounge real quick.
I mean, she wants to.
There was my my graduation weekend at O'Kelly's. I took one of my.
Wait to see if she walked in. No.
I think she's still walking now. Oh, she's turning.
I took my friend's breathalyzer, because the limit to drive is what, a .008.
What's up? You can arrest me, officer. I wasn't even looking at her ass. I just saw her tattoo, and I was intrigued by that.
So is the
tattoo on the forearm, floral?
She could be a stripper.
No. I was just like, I'm curious to see where.
The Chase Lounge is getting a strippergram.
Hey. To the 17 to 55 viewers that range per episode, we're here at 7 a.m. every morning if you want to send a strippergram.
The legal limit is like .008 if like you want to
That's-
drive.
07 is like technically still under the limit or like at the limit, but like 08 is over.
So I took my friend's breath. I was drinking all day. I think I blew a .159. That was pretty.
.0159?
No, .1.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, but I was like sober though, like I didn't feel drunk. I think it's because I just drank beer the whole day and I don't get drunk off beer.
Huh.
But like I blew it and I was like, is that bad? He's like, dude, you're an alcoholic. I was like,
It's a really high number, especially like I think it's supposed to start with a 0. If it's a 1, I think you're like if it's like .1.
Might be dead.
Yeah. I think,
then this thing was wrong.
I don't know. I'm not such an alky where I'm like in the BAC world like that,
But that's just what it blew.
yeah, I mean, hey, no sweat in your swag,
And then-
bro. I just talked about my drug use, so
And then, and then I got home, and we're sitting on a roof, and my roommate's brother, my roommate and his brother were just arguing. They're like, dude, I bet you I could jump off the roof and be just fine. Like, it's like 10 feet. My roommate's like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, you're not going to jump off the roof. Like, you could die.
Jackass.
And then all of a sudden, his brother inches closer to the edge and just jumps off. Like, doesn't tell anyone, just jumps off. And he's like, I told you I was fine. Everybody's on the ground. And he's just like, oh my God, my brother's an idiot.
Bad. Terrible.
It's kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
It's a good story, though. It's a good story. Come on, JB. It's a good story. Come on.
It's a good story, but like someone should have been there and be like, hey, this is probably a bad idea. Don't do it.
I think that if you want to jump off the roof, you shouldn't be going around asking for permission to jump off, or just do it.
Yeah, like you're gonna know the answer.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, dude, do you think I should jump off the roof?
Probably not.
No, man, no. You just want the.
I'm gonna jump off.
You just want to feel like someone cares about you enough to say like, don't do it. But no, I will actively say, do it.
No balls.
Yeah, I'll egg you on. I'm, like you have the choice sometimes, JB, to be the devil or the angel on someone's shoulder, and I am not always a good influence.
Me neither.
I love to be a bad influence, actually. I think it is so fun because it's like I'm going to live through you. I would never do this, or I probably wouldn't do this, but like, I'm gonna.
You're egging it on.
Yeah. That's probably really shitty to say, but like.
No, one of
Especially when it comes to drinking. Like, yeah, fuck it, go ahead, take another shot. No, yeah, go take another shot.
Yeah, with drugs and alcohol, I'm like, come on, you deserve it.
Come on, you don't got to work tomorrow.
you only live once, man. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Look, that beer is a lot cheaper than those other fancy drinks you're drinking. So have another one.
I mean, the last time we were all together, I think I ended the episode advocating people to go try drugs.
Yeah,
So,
you did.
yeah.
You did.
When
And I still
you-
advocate. Hey, in a safe environment, they're wonderful. Like, do it at home.
You can sometimes not find drugs in a safe environment. Is
No. I mean, consuming them in a safe environment. You're rolling the dice doing drugs. Okay, if you're trying to find safe drugs, then you're not doing drugs. Okay, so just grow up and either decide that you want to have fun or you want to be a little pussy bitch. Like,
Tell the world to grow up and start selling drugs over the counter.
legalize everything. All right. I don't want to hide my track marks anymore, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm scared of intravenous needles.
Dude, we were talking about NASCAR. We were talking about.
Yeah,
Books.
dude, he was trying to cheat on you. He was trying to get me to cheat on you.
I didn't know
He was asking
the
questions
rules.
about NASCAR and the in-season tournament and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
didn't know
And
about that stuff.
You know about the rules?
He
No, I
didn't
don't
know there was
watch
an
it.
in-season tournament going on, so I explained a little bit to him, and we were talking a little bit about it, and I was like, I don't like talking about this without JB. I feel like I'm cheating.
Yeah,
on
my bad.
Oh.
My bad, JB. I didn't know that's the
all
rules.
good.
So we talked about NASCAR. We talked about Mice and Men. We talked about
That was a good
movies.
ass book.
Then we talked about. It always comes back to drug use, man. It always comes
Well,
back
like,
on this.
do we want to call it drugs? We've been talking about mushrooms and mostly pot, like natural herbal supplements.
But then we advocate for trying drugs in a controlled environment.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like, yeah, like if you're like,
Control.
both of them are psychedelics. One of them is more intense than the other, and I highly recommend if you're going to take the more intense of the two mushrooms, that do it in a safe environment around people you're comfortable with. Mushrooms at 100% are safe, no doubt about it. Like, I don't think you have to worry about like finding like safe mushrooms. Just don't get the poison kind. Just get the kind that make your head feel funny.
Just don't get the poison.
You know. But like I said, the drugs that I advocate for are, like I just said, like more or less natural herbal supplements. Like Do cocaine in South America, close to the source.
Probably not the best idea.
Look. I don't, mom
Do
and dad.
cocaine
Mom
with
and dad,
Molly
I
Crew.
know you watch this. Eventually, you're gonna see this.
Yo.
If I ever go to South America, if I even get down to Panama, probably, I will try cocaine. Sorry, I think it's
A straight message to his dad. Dad.
Hey, I'm just letting him know. Like,
you shouldn't admit.
hey, will I ever be down there? Who knows? But if I get down there, I'm gonna try it. Like, it's so close to the natural source of it all that like.
Jason's gonna be like, "You got any more of that, man?"
I mean, like, are you telling me
Got
that,
any more?
Are you telling me if you were in Fiji, you wouldn't just like
Probably not.
dip your hand in the spring where they filter where they just bottle up the water? That to me, that's like I'm like getting the Fiji water straight from the source.
And you're not
Toilet
paying
water
sick.
of Fiji.
No.
Like dolphins probably shit in that water.
No, how that works is there's like hot water springs, so like pressure, like there's like magma and like a lot of like volcanic activity below the surface. Pressure forces up water through the surface. It gets heated through the ground and it's purified in this volcanic rock that's literally just molten lava that has cooled over time. It's completely bacteria free.
Man, this is a whack ass episode.
There's some turtle shit in that Fiji bottled water.
Oh, there's 100%. I'm with JB on that.
100%.
You know, like they say not to. You know, like we see on TikTok where like they go to like the Arctic glaciers and people drink the water. You know, it's like you're not supposed to do that.
It's full of bacteria.
Yeah, so wouldn't Fiji just have bacteria as well?
No, because
it's
it's
Fiji,
different.
so
No, because-
because there's a Fiji water bottle that costs $10.
This is what you guys missed.
why I get lost.
In the cold climate,
It's like Ashton Hall with his like bottle, his fancy bottle that probably costs $20 a bottle.
in the cold climate,
Bomb.
yes, that bacteria can survive. However, what makes the Fiji water and the water from these hot springs different is that it gets heated and rises, and it's through that the bacteria gets killed off. Is it 100% like the most pure, clean water in the world? No. Is it safe to drink relative to other bodies of water you come across? Yes, it is safe to drink.
But there's definitely,
I don't trust it.
yeah, exactly. I'm not trusting it.
It's cleaner than the water in Mexico.
Is anything clean in Mexico?
Is it cleaner than the
Excuse
water in
you?
Flint?
Excuse you, Ryan?
Did you just say if it's cleaner than the water in Flint?
Yeah, which water is cleaner? The one in Mexico or Flint?
I think the water in Mexico.
I would hope the water in Mexico is cleaner. Flint's got lead in it.
Yeah,
Little lead never hurt nobody. Oh.
but yeah, I don't know. Is the lead thing still going on in Cleveland or not Cleveland?
I
fucking,
think Flint's
Flint?
fucked for like
forever.
probably
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Like I think I saw something. It was gonna take like 30 years to get it all
Want
cleaned
to hear a
out.
secret, Ryan?
What?
The whole world's fucked.
The whole world is fucked.
Yeah.
It's true.
Some
Very true.
nothing matters. We should all just be nihilists.
We should all just go.
Arguably the worst thing to be, but like at
We
the same
should-
time, it's hard not to like get out of that funk when you're in it.
We should.
Sucks.
We should just go to Panama and do cocaine.
I said Panama is the furthest away from Colombia I would get, which is like right there. However, I would rather be in Colombia, Bolivia, or Peru to do the cocaine. Like it has to be like where they make it, like where it's like straight up like you're getting it fresh out the factory.
I do want some Colombian coffee though. See
Oh, what's the difference? Like I want to go to Colombia and get fresh Colombian coffee. I want to go to Colombia and get fresh Colombian cocaine.
those are two different.
Because
things.
coffee and cocaine
they're both
are two different
No,
things.
they're both stimulants.
Coffee,
One's
cocaine.
brown, one's white. What's like?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This could
Well,
be
it's
good.
crazy. It's crazy that like in this
Wow.
instance,
Coffee,
it's
cocaine,
crazy.
drink.
In this instance, it's the white one that's being so persecuted and
Oh
criminalized.
Jesus. Oh God. This might be a good ending point.
Yeah,
think so.
we want to wrap it up.
Wow.
Sounds good there.
That is not how I thought this episode would go.
You guys are the ones persecuting and criminalizing it. I'm saying it's fine. All right, at least doing it where
It's not
from.
fine. It's illegal.
Yeah,
Coffee's
fine.
legal.
Fine, it's illegal here, but doing it where it's from. Like I said, if you're in Colombia and you want to try the coffee, you should be able to try the cocaine. This has been the Chase Lounge. We'll see you alligators later.